one of the things that I get my brands to do is I tell them, okay, look, it can be either the founder or whoever you designate to this role, but we need a face of a brand, right? We need someone who is ideally also good in video, right? Sometimes like the founder is just sucks on video. And I told them like, look, we don't want, you can just, focus on building the brand. You can focus on the CEO role. But let's get the intern. Let's get the intern to do the videos. And obviously we won't say that the intern is the founder, right? We'll just frame it in a different way. Like, I know this guy who's built this and who's done this, right? And it'll be like a third person type of like storytelling. But you want to make sure that it's someone that the audience can also engage with, right? It doesn't have to be this extroverted, like public speaker kind of guy. But I always tell my clients, like, we need to give the brand a face, right? Because people nowadays, they don't connect with brands, they connect with people, right? They want to see the people behind the brand, right? And so if you can show like the office, right? If you can show like the people working at their desk, like that's what, like, who does this great? Duolingo on TikTok, right? Like they're crushing it. And a bunch of brands did well. Like, a lot of airline brands on TikTok are crushing it with organic content. But you want to show the face behind the brand, and I feel like those are the brands that are really winning. And you have to essentially, like, all ads is just transitioning the trends that you're seeing with organic content and just translating into ads. Like, it really isn't like rocket science. Like, it's what people are consuming, is what people are already resonating with, and you want to look like organic content. You want to look like the content that people are consuming on their feeds, right? Because that's what makes a good ad. You want to not look like an ad, right? And so do that, and you'll have success. It's easier said than done, but that's kind of like the advice that I would give.
Would you ever work with a client, Jaime, that isn't willing to record videos of themselves, or like double down on the video content?
The thing is, like, because I get this question a lot, like, what if they don't have good creatives? Honestly, right? Honestly, most brands, if they're in the e-com space, and if they don't understand the importance of content, like, they shouldn't have a brand in the first place in 2022, right? They really shouldn't. And so that's the first thing. Like, most brands already have good content. If they don't, then just having the conversation of like, hey, look, I mean, obviously, you could have had this conversation on the demo call, on the strategy session, and how you guys do things, and so they would have like kind of found out already. But like, I don't think it's one of those things that is super hard to get someone to do. I think maybe even 2-3 years ago, I did find myself struggling a little bit more to get the idea across to someone, or to convince someone to be on video. But I think everyone is so used to being on video nowadays. I think the whole like stigma of like, I don't want to put my face out there, it's just out the window. And if they say no, I'm like, do you want to make money or do you not? Right? And oftentimes they'll say, I do want to make money. And so I'll tell them, okay, cool, let's do the ads how I've seen them work. Sounds good. And they'll be like, yeah,